Welcome to Japan. Japan, a country of contrasts and harmony. Japan is an island nation in East Asia, located in the Pacific Ocean east of the Korean peninsula. Its official name is Nippon or Nihon, which means land of the rising sun, and its territory covers about 377,975 square kilometers and consists of four main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu and Shikoku, and more than 6,800 smaller islands. Japan has maritime borders with Russia, South and North Korea, China, and Taiwan, but its isolation from the mainland has also contributed to the formation of a unique culture. The country has a population of approximately 125 million people, and the capital, Tokyo, is one of the largest metropolitan areas in the world with a population of over 37 million in the urban agglomeration. Japan is known for its blend of ancient history and modern technology, where temples and castles stand alongside skyscrapers and high-speed trains. Its climate varies from subarctic in Hokkaido to subtropical in Okinawa, creating a variety of natural landscapes from snow-capped mountains to tropical beaches. Japan is a country that has survived centuries of isolation, feudal wars, and became a world leader after World War II, while maintaining a deep respect for tradition and nature. Beautiful and interesting places in Japan, from megacities to natural wonders. Japan is a country where urban grandeur and natural beauty create a unique contrast that fascinates travelers. The diversity includes bustling metropolitan areas with neon lights, quiet temples in the forests, picturesque islands and snow-capped mountains. Each region has its own character, from ancient Kyoto to subtropical Okinawa, offering a wealth of places to explore. Here is a detailed overview of the most beautiful and interesting locations in Japan. Tokyo is the heart of modern Japan. Tokyo is a metropolis that combines futuristic skyscrapers with historical corners. The Shinjuku district is characterized by towers such as the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building with free observation decks from which you can see Mount Fuji on a clear day, and nightlife with bars and restaurants. Asakusa is a historic center with Senso-ji Temple, the oldest in the city 645 years, surrounded by streets with traditional shops and Nakamai's market, where you can buy souvenirs and sweets. The Tokyo Tower 333 meters, inspired by the Eiffel Tower, and the Tokyo Tree 634 meters, the tallest tower in the world, offer panoramic views of the city. Akihabara is a mecca for anime, manga, and electronics fans, and the Harajuku district of Shibuya is famous for its kawaii fashion and Jingu Bridge, which leads to Meiji Jingu Temple, an oasis of tranquility among concrete. The Tsukiji Market Nini Toyosu is the place to try the freshest sushi straight from the auction. Kyoto, the soul of ancient Japan. Kyoto, the capital of Japan from 794 to 1868 year, is a city of more than 2,000 temples and shrines that preserves the spirit of the feudal era. Fushimi Inari Taisha is a shrine with thousands of red torii gates, which together are tunnels on the slopes of Mount Inari, dedicated to the god of rice and prosperity. Kinkakuji Golden Pavilion is a temple covered with golden leaves that are reflected in the pond, creating a fabulous picture, especially in the fall. Gion is a geisha district with tea houses where you can see Maiko geisha apprentices in kimonos in the narrow streets. Arashiyama Bamboo Forest is a green tunnel of tall stems rustling in the wind near Togetsukiyo Bridge and the Hojo River. Kayamizadera Temple, located on a hill overlooking Kyoto and a nailless wooden terrace that rises above the valley. Hiroshima, a symbol of peace and rebirth. Hiroshima, famous for the tragedy of 1945, is now a city of peace and natural beauty. The Peace Memorial Park with the atomic dome Genbaku Dome, the only building that survived the explosion and is listed in UNESCO, reminds us of the past and calls for peace. Miyajima Island in the inland sea of Japan is a sacred place with the floating torii gate of the Itsukushima Shrine, which at high tide appears to be standing on water. Mount Misen is covered with forests where deer walk, and a cable car offers panoramic views of the bay. Hiroshima is also famous for its local dish, okonomiyaki fried pancake with noodles. Osaka, the capital of gastronomy. Osaka is a lively city with a lot of culture and entertainment. Osaka Castle, built in the 16th century by Hideyoshi Toyotomi, surrounded by moats and a cherry blossom garden, is a historical gem. Dotonbori is a canal and street with neon signs, street food takoyaki, octopus balls, kushikatsu, fried skewers and giant advertising crabs. Universal Studios Japan with attractions based on Harry Potter and Jaws is a place for family vacations. The Kaiyukan Aquarium is one of the world's largest whale shark aquariums. Hokkaido, the Northern Pearl. Hokkaido is the northernmost island with wildlife. Sapporo, the capital, is famous for its snow festival February, where huge ice sculptures are created. Furano is covered with lavender fields in summer, and in winter Niseko becomes a straightforward world-class resort with fluffy snow. The Shikatsu-Toya National Park, with its volcano-surrounded lakes Shikatsu and Toya and the Noboribetsu hot springs, is ideal for relaxation. Lake Akan is famous for its green Moromo seaweed and red cranes. Nara, the first capital. Nara, the capital in the 8th century, is a city of temples and deer. The Todaiji Temple with the Big Buddha 15m is the largest wooden structure in the world, listed in UNESCO. Nara Park with more than 1,200 deer that roam freely and bow for cookies is a unique attraction. Kasuga Taisha Shrine with hundreds of stone and bronze lanterns creates a mystical atmosphere. Okinawa, a tropical paradise. Okinawa is an archipelago in the south with a subtropical climate. Emerald Beach in Ishigaki and the Chirami Aquarium with whale sharks are natural wonders. Shuri Castle in Naha, the residence of the Ryukyu kings, impresses with its red roofs. Coral reefs and mangrove forests are a diving paradise. Nikko, the beauty of mountains and temples. Nikko, in the mountains of the Totiji Prefecture, is famous for the Toshoga Shrine, a mausoleum of Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu with a carved Yomiman gate and 3 monkeys. I see no evil, I hear no evil, I speak no evil. Keigan Waterfall 97 meters and Lake Chuzenji are purple with maple trees in the fall. Japanese culture, traditions, art and modernity in harmony. Japanese culture is a multi-layered tapestry woven from the threads of millennia-old traditions, fine art, and cutting-edge modernity. It is unique in its ability to preserve the heritage of the past while adapting to global change, and demonstrates a deep respect for nature, discipline, and aesthetics. From the rituals of Shinto to the neon lights of Tokyo, Japan's culture is a bridge between history and the future, fascinating the world with its depth and diversity. Japanese traditions. Japan's traditions were shaped by Shinto, Buddhism, and Confucianism, creating a society where harmony, respect, and seasonality are core values. The tea ceremony Tianyu is one of the most famous rituals, dating back to the 12th century after the monk's day. This process, which involves brewing matcha green tea powder in a special tea room Toshitsu, symbolizes calmness, purity, and attention to detail. Every movement, from cleaning the dishes to serving the cup, is important, and guests enjoy the moment in silence, surrounded by the simplicity of tatami and natural elements. Hanami, the tradition of cherry blossom contemplation, is an annual spring holiday when the Japanese enjoy picnics under the trees in parks such as Ueno in Tokyo or Maruyama in Kyoto. This tradition, which dates back to the Heian era 8 to 12 centuries, demonstrates the philosophy of the transience of life mono no aware. In the fall, koyo is the contemplation of the crimson leaves of maples and ginkgo trees, especially popular in Nikko or the Korakuen Valley. Festivals Matsuri are an integral part of life. The Gion Matsuri in Kyoto July is one of the oldest, with a parade of huge wooden platforms Yamaboko decorated with fabrics and carvings. Nezuta Matsuri's Aomori in Hokkaido impresses with giant papier-mâché figures, and Tanabata July 7th is a romantic holiday when people write wishes on pieces of paper tenzaku and hang them on bamboo, recalling the legend of the lovers Orihime and Hikoboshi. Kimono, a traditional garment, symbolizes elegance and seasonality. It is worn on holidays, such as coming-of-age Seijin no Hi, January 15th, or weddings, when the bride wears a white shiramaku. Obon is a Buddhist holiday in August, a time to honor ancestors, when lanterns are lit and bonodori are danced to send souls to the next world. Bushido, the code of the samurai, has influenced modern work ethics and discipline, even though the feudal era is long gone. The tradition of seppuku ritual suicide has remained in history, but respect for honor and duty has survived. Art of Japan. Japanese art is famous for its elegance and connection with nature. Calligraphy shodo is not just writing, but meditation, where characters are created with the help of brush, ink and paper as an expression of the soul. Masters have been perfecting their technique for years, and the best works adorn temples and homes. Ikebana, the art of flower arranging, emphasizes asymmetry in minimalism, symbolizing heaven, earth, and man in a leather composition. Schools like Okinawa have been teaching here since the 8th century. Ukiyo-e, woodblock prints from the 18th and 19th centuries, depicted the beauty of geishas, kabuki actors, and landscapes, such as Hokusai's Great Wave in Kanagawa. This style influenced European Impressionists, including Van Gogh. Ceramics, from raku tea cups to Arita porcelain, reflect regional characteristics, such as the rough texture of Bijan or the lowland terrain of Katani. The theater is a separate pride. Kabuki is colorful and dynamic, with men playing women onigata, costumes and makeup that emphasize emotions. No is full and symbolic, with masks and minimal movements that convey dramas through hard and sound drums. Bunraku is a puppet theater where masters in black control intricate puppets to tell historical stories. Literature flourished, from Murasaki Shikibu's The Tale of Genji, the world's first novel, to Matsuo Basho's haiku, where 575 syllables depict nature and feelings. Contemporary authors like Haruki Murakami, The Norwegian Forest, provide surrealism and global themes. Modern Japan. Modern Japan is a world leader in technology, pop culture, and fashion that does not lose touch with traditions. Manga and anime are a global phenomenon that grew out of war comics. Studios like Ghibli Hayao Miyazaki create masterpieces spirited away, and heroes like Naruto and Pikachu have become icons. The Akihabara district of Tokyo is a center for otaku fans, where action figures, manga, and electronics are sold. J-pop and K-pop competition, Japanese pop music with bands like AKB48 or Erasure has taken over Asia, and live performances at the Tokyo Dome are shows with dancing and lights. Cosplay, dressing up as anime or game characters, is popular at festivals like Comiket, where thousands of people show off their costumes. Technology ranges from Shinkansen high-speed trains traveling at 320 km per hour to jobs in cafes and hotels. Tokyo is a center of innovation, with skyscrapers like Roppongi Hills and gadget shops. Harajuku's fashion, from ruffled Lolita to punk style, sets trends, and brands like Issey Miyake have made Japan famous in high fashion. The food of our time, in addition to sushi, popular fast food ramen Ikairan, Konbin's mini-markets with onigiri rice balls and Starbucks coffee overlooking the Shibuya intersection, is the most popular in the world. Social traditions are adapting, karaoke is a favorite pastime, and pachinko slot machines are part of leisure. At the same time, respect for elders and rituals such as bowing and gratitude are preserved even in megacities. Japanese national cuisine, a taste of harmony and seasonality. Japanese cuisine is an art that compensates for simplicity, freshness, and aesthetics, reflecting a deep respect for nature and seasonal cycles. Known around the world as one of the healthiest and most refined cuisines, it is based on the principles of washiku, traditional Japanese food, which was inscribed on the UNESCO Intangible Heritage List in 2013. It is based on rice, seafood, vegetables, and soy products, and the flavor is prepared with gourmet seasonings such as soy sauce and miso. Each region brings its own specialties, creating a variety of dishes that soothe both the eye and the palate. Eating in Japan is a ritual. Breakfast can include rice, miso soup, fried fish, and tsukmono. Lunch can be bento, a box of rice, meat, and vegetables, and dinner can be ramen or sushi in a restaurant. Itadakimasu, I accept with gratitude, is said before a meal, and gotiso sama deshita, it was a feast, is said afterward, expressing respect for the food and those who prepared it. Chopsticks hashi are the main instrument, and the aesthetics of presentation, from bento to kaiseki, are impressive even in simple dishes. Noodles are another base. Ramen, wheat noodles in a rich broth, miso, soy, pork tonkatsu, has become a cult dish, especially in Tokyo and Fukuoka. Seafood dominates thanks to the island's location. Soups and side dishes are an important part of the meal. Drinks continue to play a special role. Sake, a rice alcohol 13 to 17%, can be warm or cold, depending on the season, and has several varieties. Green tea, from sencha everyday to gyakuro elite, is the basis of hospitality culture. Architecture of Japan. Japanese architecture is based on simplicity, functionality, and connection with nature. Traditional temples and shrines, such as Itsukushima in Miyagi with floating torii gates, have wooden structures without nails, with roofs that imitate natural forms. Pagodas, such as the Horyuji Temple 7th century, are multi-tiered towers with curved roofs that symbolize Buddhist cosmology. Castles, such as Himeji or Matsumoto, are feudal fortresses with stone foundations, wooden interiors, and protective moats. Their aesthetics are minimalism and strategy. Traditional houses minka with tatami, sliding shoji doors and day gardens reflect harmony with nature. Modern architecture impresses with innovations. Tokyo's Skytree 634M is the tallest tower in the world, and Kyoto Station by Tadao Ando is a concrete lane project with Japanese aesthetics. The skyscrapers of Shinjuku and shopping centers of Osaka demonstrate technological progress, but even in megacities, a connection with traditions is maintained. Temples are hidden among the concrete. Nature in Japan, rich landscapes and seasonal beauty. Japan, located on an archipelago in the Pacific Ocean, expresses its natural diversity, encompassing snow-capped mountains, volcanoes, subtropical beaches, dense forests and picturesque valleys. Its geography is the result of tectonic activity, as the country lies at the junction of 4 plates that have given rise to more than 100 active volcanoes and numerous hot springs onsen. The climate ranges from subarctic in the north to subtropical in the south, creating unique ecosystems and seasonal phenomena such as cherry blossoms and crimson leaves in autumn. Japan's natural beauty is not only pleasing to the eye, but also deeply intertwined with culture, inspiring art, traditions, and lifestyles. Mount Fuji, a sacred symbol. Mount Fuji 3776 meters is the highest peak in Japan and its trademark, located in Honshu. This symmetrical stratovolcano, topped with a snow cap, is sacred in Shinto and Buddhism, and its image appears in Hokusai ukiyo-e in contemporary photographs. The 5 lakes of Fuji, Yamanaka, Kawaguchi, Sai, Shoji, and Motosu are located around Fuji, reflecting its majesty, especially at sunrise. Every summer, thousands of pilgrims and tourists climb to the top. The season is from July to September, and in the spring, the region comes to life thanks to the cherry blossoms in Chirito Pagoda Park. In winter, Fuji is covered in snow, creating a contrast to the dark forests at its foot. Sakura and Koyo, seasonal magic. Sakura Hanami blossoms are a springtime miracle that turns Japan into a pink ocean from late March to early April. The best places are Ueno Park in Tokyo, Hirosaki Castle in the north, and the Kumo River embankment in Kyoto, where people picnic under the blossoming trees. Varieties of sakura, such as Sumai Yoshino or Yamasakura, produce shades from pale pink to deep purple. Koyo, the autumn foliage, is equally impressive, with maples, momiji and ginkgo trees painting the forests red, orange, and gold from October to November. Nikko, the Korakuen Valley in Okayama, and Mount Takawa near Tokyo are ideal places for contemplation. Volcanoes and onsen. Japan is a country of volcanoes, 108 of which are active. The Aso volcano in Kyushu has one of the largest calderas in the world, 120 kilometers in perimeter, with the Nakadaki crater smoking and a grassy plain around it. Hakone, near Tokyo, is a volcanic region with Lake Ashi, from where you can see Fuji, and the Owakudani Valley with boiling springs where black eggs kuritamego are boiled. Onsen hot springs are everywhere. Beppu in Kyushu is famous for its hell ponds of various colors, and Kinosaki Onsen in Honshu offers traditional open-air bathing. Japan is a country where the ancient culture of tea ceremony and the modernity of anime, the beauty of Fuji and the immediacy of Tokyo harmoniously merge. Its historic castles, Nari temples, and cherry blossom trees are impressive, and its architecture, from pagodas to skyscrapers, surprises with its sophistication. This is a place where every season is a holiday, and every corner, from Kyoto to Okinawa, opens up new facets of its soul. Subscribe to the channel and like it so that you don't miss interesting virtual trips to any corner of our planet. Thank you very much for watching our channel. See you soon.